Yeah, welcome to Out of the Box podcast. I am your regular host, Gabriel Ishmael Jalo. If you have come across this channel, I know over the few months you have enjoyed remarkable episodes and content. And trust me, the sky is the limit because we are ready to give you very classical content and we are ready to give you information that will be vital not only for your soul but for your intellectual. Now, we started an episode that I call the religious diary. Last week we talked about some very, very vital Islamic scriptures. But today we are coming to discuss another very, very, very exciting topic, and that has to do with the Islamic scholars and they are insisting that the Bible is wrong, the Bible is corrupt, the Bible has been contaminated. But the last episode, we were able to prove that actually the problem was coming from a source that you, the viewer, knows from that episode. But today, we are coming to see something very, very interesting. We are coming to find out if actually the Old Testament and the Quran, they are the same. Most of the Islamic scholars, they have been saying that the Old Testament and the Quran, they are the same. But it is the New Testament that is corrupt. But today we are going to the Quran and the Bible and find out. I'm doing my best to avoid New Testament scriptures so that we will tie these studies exclusively to the Old Testament. Now, the 7th chapter of the Quran, verse 20 to 21, it is called Surah Al-Araf. And Surah Al-Araf is talking about the Garden of Eden, as Genesis is talking about the Garden of Eden. But surprisingly, Surah Al-Araf said, Satan spoke to both Adam and his wife. That is the 7th chapter of Surah Al-Araf. Don't forget, Surah Al-Araf is the 7th chapter of the Quran, verse 20 to 21. It said, when Satan entered the Garden of Eden, he engaged the first family, both husband and wife. But the Bible said something else. Genesis chapter 3, from verse 1 to 6. It said, Satan engaged the woman Eve, and Eve later gave the apple to her husband. So please, my viewers, I want you to listen carefully. I want you to find out. I want you to evaluate and tell me if this give any signal that the Old Testament and the Quran, they are the same. Now, there is another very, very strange chapter in the Quran. It is called Suratul Al-Safat. That is the 37th chapter of the Quran, verse 39. It said Abraham was cuffed, was tied, and threw inside the furnace of fire. It said when Abraham's father used to send him to go sell idols, Abraham will take the idols and tell the people that my father sent me to sell idols. But if you buy these idols, you will not make it to heaven. If you buy this idol, you will lose your salvation. So because of that, his father's people tied Abraham, threw him in a furnace of fire. After hours, when they went to open the furnace of fire, they met Abraham shivering. A man that was sent inside the furnace of fire, he was shivering. That cannot found in the biblical Abraham. The biblical Abraham was never ever sent in the furnace of fire. So that is you see, my objective to you is for you to listen, evaluate, and come to an aggressive conclusion that These people, I'm not, my last episode, I make it very clear. I don't join the Islamic scholars' paradigm to tell us that the Bible is corrupt, the Bible is false, the Bible is contaminated. I'm not here to come and say that is what is happening to the Quran. I'm only going to the Quran and compare the Quran and the Bible. Now, there's another verse here again. This is very profound. We all know Moses. When Moses was born in Egypt, there was a divine arrangement for Moses to be saved, and Moses was put inside a basket and sent in the river Nile. The Quran said in Surah Al-Qasas, that is the 28th chapter, from verse 7 to 9, he said it was Pharaoh's wife that found Moses inside the river Nile. But let's go to the Bible, the Old Testament, and see. Exodus 2, from verses 2 to 10, from verses 1 to 10. They said the daughter of Moses, the daughter of Pharaoh, was the one that found Moses. So my concern today is that if people are telling me that the God of heavens, he is the one that actually sent the angel Gabriel to come to the prophet of Islam, why can he give them two different messages? Who is saying the truth? Is it the Muslims? Is it the Quran? By these scriptures, we have to find out that either the Quran or the Bible, one is not saying the truth. Now, while the Quran said Pharaoh's wife found Moses, the Bible said Pharaoh's daughter, while the Quran said Pharaoh's wife, the Bible says Pharaoh's daughter, Old Testament. I am holding up to the Old Testament because that is what our Muslim brothers have been preaching. Now, we have a very interesting message again. This message is about the flood. The Quran said, Suratul Hud. Please, when I say Suratul in Arabic, I say chapter, Hud. The 11th chapter of the Quran, verse 42 to 43, say, one of Noah's sons did not survive the ark. One of Noah's sons. They said, because of stubbornness, he was drowned. That's what the Quran said. This is what the Bible is saying. Genesis chapter 7, verse 7. Noah and his family survived the ark. Is it where the Islamic scholars are telling us that the Quran and the Bible, they are true? You are going to be my judge. Let's go again. The Quran, this is the center of the Islamic worship, the center. They said Abraham and his son Ishmael, they built the Kaaba. The Kaaba is the Islamic symbol of worship. These are the verses that confirm that Abraham and his son Ishmael built the Kaaba. The second chapter of the Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 127. Surah Al-Hud, verse 26. Surah Al-Tawbah, verse 97. Surah Al-Imran, verse 96 to 97. And Surah Al-Hajj, verse 26 to 27. All these chapters, they say the angel said, Abraham, he came from Canaan and come and build the Kaaba. Today, every Muslim will not pray if they don't turn to that black stone. They say that stone was built by Abraham. But look at the biblical narratives. I am only saying this because our Muslim brothers are saying that. Our Muslim brothers are saying that. Abraham is the one that built the Kaaba. But Abraham never had any journey to Saudi Arabia. Abraham was born in Ur. Today, Ur is Basra, Iraq. Abraham went to Hebron. Abraham went to Egypt. That's where he got the Arab girl. So, for religious diary, this is just a message that I'm bringing to you. But before I close, let me tell you something very, very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. The Quran said Abraham sacrificed, the sacrifice that was done at Mount Moriah. The Quran did not mention Abraham by name. in the 37th chapter of the Quran, verse 102 to 111. But the Islamic tradition, the hadith said, the sacrifice child was Ishmael. They say because Ishmael was the first child. But the Bible, according to Genesis 22, Isaac was the sacrifice child. It's not only the Bible. All the books of the Jews, all the books in Israel, these people, they don't believe in Bible, they don't believe in Christianity, but all of them agree that the child that Abraham took to Mount Moriah for the sacrifice was not Ishmael, was Isaac. So as I round up this afternoon, as you are following the religious diary, I'm asking you, as you listen, and let me thank you for the massive follow-up of that episode. And trust me, you will see enough of this episode, because we will soon be going to the African traditional religion. We will soon be going to Hinduism. We will soon be going to Buddhism. We will soon be going to Rastafarianism. We will be unraveling the reality of religion. Thank you very much once again. I am Gabriel Ishmael Jallo. All you need to do for me, you have to like, you have to comment, you have to view, you have to subscribe. We are coming to enter the African traditional religion very, very soon. So that we want you to know that they have no place. They have no place to discuss religion at all. There is no basis for African religious scholars to talk against Christianity. We will engage them decisively. Thank you very much. I am Gabriel Ishmael Jallo, Out of the Box podcast. Thank you very much.